YouTube, welcome in to the 5.2 special program for Genshin Impact with Satlali and Auroran and Twitch chat above my head. Say hello, don't be rude, say hello. They're saying hello to you, don't be rude. I'm excited for this patch. This artwork looks like it could be Dragonspine or the new Volcano. This, I have no idea. Mejavari, I have no idea. I don't know. It's a mystery to me. But here we go.
In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
Oh my god, look at that. Oh my god, dude, the place looks insane. Why is it so stony?
Ocanatan still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. At this time and place,
okay.
I'll bet the easiest person to find
I expected this from the leaks in my YouTube comments.
His spirit has gotten lost
But
and
that
can't
looks-
find its way back to his body.
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Wait, what if the...
500 years later, and it's resurfaced again. I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the
Oh my
Cinder
god,
City.
wait, is it actually going to be a Pyro Sovereign?
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help.
What was the tree?
Take me up!
Wait, I'm so confused now. Hold on, I'm so confused now.
Time to say hello.
Knock him down.
Damn.
It's either your end or mine!
Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder.
Was that a dragon enemy? Dude. Wow, okay. This has to be an All Conquest interlude. There is no shot. There is no shot. So yeah, Chasa's gun, there is a voice line from Jalonen that's talking about getting her gun up and running in high altitude. So we watched that short. Well, we made that short. And then YouTube comments were like, Bran looks at leaks. How does he know she's flying a gun or riding a gun? And it's like, bro, who the fuck else is going to talk about getting a gun up and running in high altitudes? So they just ruined the whole thing for me. So now I just knew that that was going to be a thing. I didn't realize it looked that cool, but I did just know. I think it looks pretty cool, dude. What? Are people mad about that? I think it looks fun. I think it looks pretty good. And then Auroran, I had no idea about the playstyle. Actually, it looks pretty interesting to say the least. I don't know. I need to see more to see what it's like. This could be whoever Auroran's trying to save then. What's his friend called? Ida? Oh, I can't remember.
Hey travelers, welcome
Aoife.
to the Genshin Impact version
I love these two.
5.2 special program. I'm Gabe from the Loke team.
What's up, Gabe?
And I'm Kai. We meet again. Whoa,
Oh my
Cucusa.
god.
Want to join us?
Cucusa.
Hey, don't be shy. Come out and say hello.
I'm not
Cute.
sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
Drop kick it. It can fly.
She approves of your compliment.
Hey, I didn't know you could speak Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can
Oh.
make an educated guess based on her body language.
Whoa, are all Cucusaurs as friendly as this one?
Adult Cucusaurs are usually very proud creatures.
Nice.
But there are always exceptions.
Well, since our Cucusaur friend kicked things off for us, I know just the place to start. The
Yeah.
Flower Feather Clan.
All right, let's do it. Cucusaurs live among the Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains.
Dude.
This is a tribe of warriors, and most of their people can command the power of the skies.
I think it looks pretty
It
cool.
was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the entire region of Natlan. As elite special forces, their job was to detect threats,
This looks
disseminate
sick.
intel, and quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation. Though the
Jesus.
circumstances are different now, the tribe never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe. The trials test a pilot's skill and teamwork with the Cucusaurs.
Oh, I'm
that was the
so
guy.
pumped about these Cucusaurs.
Yeah, Cucusaurs are the proudest out of all the Saurians. They know that they're the kings
They
of the
kind of
sky.
look like flamingos.
Cucusaurs can consume phlogiston to climb higher or perform a horizontal roll in midair.
That's pretty
Holding
sick,
the sprint
dude.
button allows them to enter an accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great
Oh
distances.
my god.
Okay, so I'm assuming that Cucusaurs are really hard to tame.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pretty cool.
You need to prove yourself in some worthwhile feat, like demonstrating exceptional archery skill during flight. That's the only way to become a true Cucusa rider.
Oh, damn.
Wow, that's so strict.
Yeah, tell me about it. But okay, now that we've got a glimpse
Rip
of
Wanderer,
the Flower
it's
Feather
fine.
clan,
Out of that
it's
lad, he's
time
still
for
better.
a quiz.
What? Already?
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in that land has a unique way of communicating with their Saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather clan use a special item to summon their Cucusaurs. What is that item?
A feather.
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the previous video.
Oh.
Oh, I remember now. Horn.
Ding, ding, ding!
Oh,
Cucusaurs live far from the tribe and from each other. So in order to summon them, the tribe's people use whistles
Sound-making
and horns to
device.
produce loud noises. So there's your overview of Cucusaurs. Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to
Like, for
other
real?
Saurians, but don't worry, travelers. If you get into a tough situation, then Chasa, the Flower Feather clan's expert peacemaker,
Is the volume
can
good,
help
chat? It seems
mediate
too
the
loud,
conflict.
but...
Knish
Oh, here she
mentioned
is.
that her method of
Flaloken.
mediation is silencing both parties. Is that true?
Well, that's only in special cases. Most of the time, Chasa barely needs to intervene. Everyone knows what she's capable of, so people usually find a way to set aside their differences when she shows up.
All right, let me see you in combat.
So she doesn't just handle conflicts between humans and Saurians. She keeps the peace between people, too.
Exactly. Chasa was corrupted by abyssal power as a child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Like most Genshin characters,
but
sadly.
luckily for her, the Cucusaurs took her in and raised her as one of their own. In addition to hunting and flying, Chasa gained a lot of unique combat experience from her Saurian childhood. When Chasa is in your party, defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your party. While she's in the Night Soul's blessing state, Chasa can ride and control her gun like a Cucusaur. The Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption, it also allows her to get a better angle on her enemies.
Wow, that mid-air perspective is so cool. It seems so liberating.
Yeah, and Chaska's fierce when she's in the zone. In the Night Soul's blessing state, Chaska's normal attacks deal animo damage to enemies in front of her. Unleashing a charged attack in this state will cause Chasa to enter a special aiming mode. This allows her to lock onto a set number of enemies within range and fire up to 6 Shadow Hunt shells, which deal animo damage upon impact. In addition, for every Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro character in your party, one of Chaska's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental conversion to deal the corresponding type of elemental damage.
Whoa, no way! So Chasa can directly deal other types of elemental damage based on the characters in her party. And since she's an animal character, she can swirl
she's
them at the same
cool.
time. That's awesome!
Yeah, I know, right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too. Chasa fires a gale-splitting Soulseeker shell during her burst, which deals animo damage. The attack then splits into 6 Soulseeker shells, which continue to attack nearby enemies.
What?
These shells can also undergo elemental conversions.
That's so cool! No wonder she's one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Speaking of her tribe, the warriors from the Flower Feather clan are formidable for sure, but we should also shed some light on those who aren't as skilled.
Wait, she's
are you
actually
talking
so
about the
cool,
wingless?
dude.
That's what the tribe calls people
Man.
who fail the flight trials, right? They're the challengers who fail to earn the recognition of a Cucusaur.
Exactly. But the name doesn't indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The Flower Feather
Yes.
clan has its own definition of strength. There's a tacit understanding that the wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves.
I wanted her to not
But
be good
that
for me
assumption
so
is
bad
challenged
because
in
I
Tribal
can't
Chronicles
keep
Flawlocon.
spending on these
Someone will
banners,
dare to
dude.
ask,
I gotta
what
save
if
for
you
the
didn't need a
Pyro
Cucusaur to
Archon.
fly? If you could
C6.
change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is for us to discover. Chasa will also be there to help us find the answer.
The gun shit's cringe.
So,
I kind of agree.
Be sure to check out Chaska's Tribal Chronicle if you're interested in what happens.
Is there
But-
anything else that you can tell us?
What it does is cool. It just looks kind of
Remember
goofy.
how I mentioned that Chaska was raised by Cucusaurs?
Yeah, tell us about it.
Story quest?
Her Saurian mother will make an appearance in this quest. Even though she's joined human society, Chaska still goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion, especially when she needs some help with a tough situation.
Oh, so
I'm getting
Chaska
Leeway
still has
flashbacks.
a soft side, even though she's a fearsome warrior.
Definitely. The Flower Feather
One
Clan
should-
is also the setting for the Archon Quest Chapter 5
Oh,
interlude.
coming-
All fires fuel the flame.
Oh, it is an
The tribe is
interlude.
facing a crisis, and they'll need the travelers' help to find a solution.
What kind of crisis?
Well, the Flower Feather Clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination during the battle in version
Jansen.
5.1. It's not just the human body that can't withstand high concentrations of abyssal power. For most people, it also damages the mind.
Oh, God.
Many members of the Flower Feather Clan are suffering from the mental repercussions of the abyss, and the tribe is in desperate need of aid. Eon-san will be there too.
No Dragon
After
Spine
rebuilding
quest?
her own tribe, the Collective of Plenty, she's traveling around Natland to help those in need.
The people of Natland really value unity, don't they? No one fights alone.
Right.
That's one of my favorite things about Natland. Oh, wait. It looks
New
like the
Archon quest is
captain
500
will also
primos. Let's
be
go.
there.
No, it's not.
Yes, the captain
It's
will
not a
also
key act.
offer
It's an
help to the
interlude.
tribe.
You're not going to get rewards.
You may pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say. The captain rarely gives away too much information in his regular interactions, but his secrecy here seems a little peculiar. So keep an eye out, but of course, restoring Natland's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't over yet. The abyssal
Interesting.
contamination is still around, and we have a very important battle ahead. Natland needs mental fortitude more than ever before.
The Flower Feather Clan is pretty close to the Masters of the Night Wind, where the Ictomosaurs live. That tribe could be another good place to recover from the battle.
Oh yeah, let's check it out.
If you head west from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and go past the towering walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious
this looks
Masters
so
of the
sick,
Night Wind.
dude.
The tribal settlement offers a unique glowing landscape at night. If you venture even further, then you might encounter the tribe's one Ictomosaur elder or one of the many shamans who can communicate with spirits. I even heard that the witch doctors who live there
Oh
can
my
help
God.
cleanse your spirit. Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible. In fact, there's something special about this one. Can you
What?
figure it out, travelers?
Elemental sight.
It's
It
kind of
looks
tricky, right? Well, don't worry. The Ictomosaurs can help us out. Ictomosaurs are known for their wisdom. They can use their unique sight to detect things that can't be seen through normal means.
Okay.
Right. Ictomosaurs are especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston
Is
objects
this what
to
Auroran's
enhance
based
their
off of?
abilities. Doing
Now that
so
I'm looking
allows
at
them
it,
to jump higher,
it's not
move
bats,
faster,
is it?
or
It's
even
this.
obtain surprising rewards. Ictomosaurs can also extract information from graffiti
If he
art
doesn't
to
have this
create
elemental
special
sight,
objects.
it's a missed opportunity.
Oh, I bet
That'd be
that'll
so
come
cool.
in
Give it a
handy for
character an
solving
alternate
puzzles.
elemental sight.
Definitely, especially in Tribal Chronicles Mictlan, which will become available in version 5.2. The first two acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles.
Wait,
so
what is
be
Tribal
sure to check them
Chronicles?
out, travelers. Some of them will require the help of an Ictomosaur,
Dude,
and others
It
can be
looks like a
solved on your own.
Noivern.
I noticed that Ictomosaurs can perform
Was
fast-paced
that-
jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it looks like so much fun. Do we know anyone who can use that ability? Besides the new Saurian,
That was a puzzle.
Yes,
switching
Auroran can do it
colors.
too. Like the
can?
Ictomosaurs, Auroran has the ability to rise into the air. He also has a keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot, Auroran will enter the spirit speaker state, allowing him to extract power
Broken
from Natland's
float.
graffiti and runes.
Oh, what the
Speaking
hell?
of Auroran, I was honestly super surprised by his personality.
He can
Before
fly.
the 5.1 Archon quest, I thought that he looked like a stern, stoic, and harsh type of character. But as it turns out, he's just a sweet kid.
Yeah, it's kind of unexpected, right? Is he really that sweet, though? Just to think about all the sneaking around behind his granny's back.
No, I think he is.
True.
The tribespeople of the Masters of the Night Wind are known for being eccentric. But Auroran really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way. I wonder if that extends to his combat abilities.
I think he's cool,
does.
dude.
Auroran is a bit different from the Natlan characters we've met so far. He doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul's Blessing state to gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain the Night Soul's Blessing state even while he's off-field.
Oh.
That does sound different from the other Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Auroran gains Night Soul points. This can happen in multiple ways. For example, Auroran can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members triggers a Night Soul burst. He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies after Auroran unleashes his elemental skill.
Then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
Yep.
And they're buffing
in
reactions.
combat, when enemies take damage from electro-charged reactions, or other party members deal Night Soul-aligned damage, Auroran can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's Blessing state and trigger the Hypersense effect, dealing electro damage.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's Blessing state, and
Hyper
trigger
Bloom
the
again.
effect.
It doesn't really look like it worked very well with
I should
Hyper Bloom.
mention that Auroran doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Wow.
Wait, he can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really
Dude, that's
useful.
cool. Yeah, he's
Totally.
literally a
His
taser
elemental
buffer.
burst provides a convenient way to deal damage and support your party. Auroran performs an ancient reach roll with his burst to summon a supersonic Oculus,
Dude, that's
which
so
taunts
sick.
nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close, the Oculus releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd control.
Yes, with Auroran in your party, dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier.
I like him more than Chaska.
And speaking of making things easier, Auroran can also improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
Awesome.
Auroran really cherishes his friends. With a little teamwork
Wait,
on his
you can
side,
switch to him in midair.
I'm sure victory will always
me.
be within reach.
Show me.
Cool. So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this update, the Flower Feather Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's more. Version 5.2 actually introduces another new region. It's called Ocanatan.
Dude, this
Oh, I think we caught a glimpse of this ancient city when we were looking at the Flower Feather Clan. It's really beautiful from far away, but those clouds look kind of ominous. It looks completely abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Yes. This is a restricted area in that land due to its severe abyssal contamination, and it seems uninhabited.
This is like a
Over
dragon
the
lair.
years, many adventurers have come here in search of treasure or to slay the dragon. Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned. The Flower Feather Clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Wait, new pet? I missed
did you
it.
say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I
Probably
know
gonna
we
be a world
introduced
quest
some
chat.
adorable Saurians earlier, but this creature is actually really terrifying. It occupies this ancient city and guards it fiercely. If it detects an intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It's doing the
that's
amber thing.
pretty concerning.
It's easy to take human-Saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually took generations of
This music's
effort to
sick.
reach this point. This relationship wasn't nearly so harmonious in the ancient past. Travelers will need to explore
dude.
Ocanatan to uncover the reason behind this dragon's rampage. Of course, travelers won't
The
have to do
betrayal,
this alone.
probably.
Here, take a look.
Oh, what's that?
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Ocanatan. His name is Kokoweek. As for his power, well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay,
fucking nope.
is he our
Thunderbolt?
moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
I bet it's gonna
Hey,
remove paint.
Let's not put our Tapetlosaur friend out of a job.
It's gonna remove
Little one works really hard.
this stuff.
Okay, then I've got nothing.
Remember how I mentioned that Ocanatan is heavily corroded by the abyss?
Oh.
Well, that's where Kokoweek comes in.
How?
We can use his power to clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect secret source scraps and enhance his power. Once Kokoweek has enough power, you can take him to track down the evil dragon.
Damn.
What a useful little guy.
I know, right? Now, travelers can explore
Celestial
Ocanatan
something?
with two companions. Kokuik, and Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here that can enable Little One to traverse a volcano. A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2.
Yes!
This update will bring us one step closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past.
Nice.
Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore Ocanatan. For example, with the help of a Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks. With the help of
What
an
in the bullet hell is
Ikitomisaur,
that?
we can solve certain puzzles. With the help of a Cucusaur, we might even be able to chase down the evil dragon.
Oh my god, it's Devon
But
again.
we'll leave the rest for you to discover, travelers.
Wait, are those some kind of lava fish? Does this mean we can fish in Netland?
Yes, but I've got some friendly advice, travelers. You should be very careful while exploring Ocanatan. Some of the abyssal monsters here can distort their appearance to mimic
that's a
powerful
monster?
enemies. High-level monsters such as the Tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger enemies.
Huh? It looks like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley lines, allowing these monsters to read the memories inside of them and mimic creatures from Tevat.
How do we defeat them?
Travelers will need to use elemental attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing so allows them to take damage and causes them to enter a brief state of confusion. Night Soul aligned elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow, the Abyss has gotten so advanced.
That's
It's
cool,
scary
dude.
to think about how much harder
Biblically
these fights will
accurate
get as these
tree.
abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a lot of information
That's
to take
very
in
cool.
at once. But before we take our first break, we still have a couple of short announcements. Really short, I promise.
Okay.
First up, limited time exploration rewards will be available in version 5.2. Just like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems. And the rewards will be available
Damn.
all the way through version 5.3. It's
Okay.
now time to introduce the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.2,
Lenny.
travelers can look forward to event wishes from Chaska and Lenny. Auroran will also receive a drop rate boost. And in the second half of version 5.2,
Yeah, I did know this.
we'll
God
have
damn it.
returning event wishes for Zhongli and New Villette. The
I
weapon banner
really,
will
I
feature
saw
a
that
new
as a
5-star
leak,
bow,
sadly, because it was an
Astro
untied
Vulture's
leak, and I
Crimson
really thought they'd
Plumage,
finally
and
be
2 new
meeting, but it doesn't look like
Natlan-specific
it.
4-star weapons. Be sure to check them out. if
Dragon
you're
Banner,
interested.
baby.
All right,
Catalyst
it's
looks
time
pretty
for our
sick.
first break. Once we come back, we'll dive right into the event portion.
Dude, the events could be banging this time as well. Jesus, wait, this is so cute. You can't see it. Yeah, it looks like a Noivern, dude. Or a Noibat. Look at it. It's so cute. This is going to be such a boring update. God, you're boring. Jesus Christ. Do you just look at everything and see the worst? This actually looks like a pretty fucking sick update, if you ask me. God. Insufferable, dude. You must be fun at parties. This is so cute. It is a very cute, sorry, I like it a lot. It's very, very cute. Well, I guess not even Saurian, right? Tribal rep monster? I don't know. How about the Dragon Spy 2.0? I think the Stony Ruins for the dragon is actually a very, very cool, sick idea. It's done a lot in a lot of different games, and I love it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, that's a Dragon's Lair. 100%. 100%. So good, dude. Bro gets 3 new areas and calls it boring. Bro wants more. Well, there you go. Here's more. Jesus. Oh, what is this?
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back. Let's dive straight into the event section.
Jagged
So
Peak
in the
Vibes, true,
first
Elden
event,
Ring.
we'll get to learn more about the
Oh, look at the
Masters of the
weapon.
Nightwind.
That's right. In the version 5.2 event, Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up with Citlali and Auroran to get to the bottom of a mysterious accident that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers will need to complete combat challenges to defeat enemies who try to disrupt the ritual. They'll also need to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls and gather lost
Event with
spirits
these two sounds
scattered
pretty cool.
throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the way, including Primo Gems.
Ooh, I really
Calamity
like
of
the
Eshu.
vibe of this event. It looks like Citlali is performing some kind of ritual.
Ooh.
It's also mysterious.
When a situation gets tough, it's Granny to the
That looks
rescue.
like the Spiral Abyss.
Definitely.
Citlali and Auroran have some really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm always grabbing the popcorn whenever these two interact. They're practically a two-person show. And speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay.
Is this part of the base fragmented
First
memories?
up
Look
is
at it.
the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to herd the scattered roaming spirits into specific zones to earn points. Pay attention to the conditions on the
football
field
thing.
if you want a higher score. For example, travelers can jump on stone slabs that appear on the field. These slabs will break open and release even more spirits. Storms may also appear during the game. You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the
hell?
direction of the storm.
This looks like it could be pretty fun.
In Evil Banisher, travelers will need to select the right teams to complete the objectives. Completing all of the
Nothing
objectives
crazy, don't
will
get me
award
wrong,
you
but-
the Banishing Aura, which allows you to deal AoE damage by spraying paint at enemies.
That
Okay.
paint really matches the Masters of the Night Wind's aesthetic. It's super cool.
Yeah, and so does the Spirit Loom in restoring fragmented
what the
records.
hell?
Citlali will use her powers to reveal special fragments. Travelers will need to piece these fragments together
Wait, this is
and assemble
sick.
them on a woven scroll.
Make sure that you pay attention to the order and positions of the fragments. Oh, there's
I
something
love
else
that.
that we should mention. Travelers can obtain a new
That looks
4-star
tough.
sword by completing this event.
What are the stats? Click
The
it.
design definitely fits the Masters of the Night Wind.
What are the stats?
It looks like some kind of ceremonial artifact.
What's the
I
stat?
totally agree. Oh, and this event
Great.
will allow travelers to learn more about Natlan's secrets.
Love that.
For example, this quest will reveal new clues about a mysterious and legendary place, the Mare Javari.
Wow, we've been hearing about this place since Mondstadt. It'll be nice to get
Wait,
some new information.
In it?
On a related note, the Adventurers Guild has prepared a new trial for its members. Active
It's time
adventurers
for
have
some
been invited
lore,
to
dude.
take
We're
on
going
the
there
challenge,
soon, I'm telling
including
you.
the Traveler. Travelers will need to complete various challenges
Venti
with
Story Quest Part
designated
2,
characters
guarantee it.
and fully leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to the challenge, Travelers. Good luck.
In Mondstadt-related news, the Knights of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region. And who better to test these tactics than the Honorary Night? Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has changed this time. Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy against the opposing
This is
formation.
so
Once the
shit.
lineup is set, the monsters will fight automatically. Available combat units and stratagems are completely random. You know, just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite
felt like
combat
this one was
units
so mid,
increases
dude.
as the
Goddamn.
wargame progresses. Even more elite monsters will be available for travelers
I like
to
how
use.
it's against
It's a
Al-Haytham.
volatile environment,
It's a
so do your
monster
best to
event.
win as many rounds as possible,
Or
earn
is it
wargame medals,
PvP?
and collect
Oh my
the
god,
rewards.
it's PvP.
All right, let's keep the excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
Oh, looks like they're selecting tactics. Double damage? That sounds powerful.
No, my god.
Whoa, it's automated. Cool. The elemental reaction effects are completely different.
I was like, oh my god, is that boss that
This
line?
brand new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry. Powerful support cards have been added for nearly every elemental reaction. Choose cards that align with your strategies to trigger
Wait, it's
powerful
auto battle.
elemental
Oh my god, I'm actually gonna play it now.
The effects will change depending on how you play. In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each other, and skill animations are now shorter in length.
Dude, I really love
Wow,
watching
it's like we
TCG.
got a
I'm just
whole
so
new
bad at it that I
Genius
can't play
Invocation
it. So if I could
TCG
auto it,
after
I
coming
will.
back from Natland. Talk about whiplash.
That's right. Even if you've never played Genius Invocation before, I really recommend checking out this new gameplay mode in version 5.2.
I genuinely
The
might.
new version will also bring a few updates to regular Genius Invocation TCG.
Oh god.
Do you ever feel a little cooped up while you're playing card games? Well, don't worry about that. Our next event will give travelers the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. In Claw Convoy,
Goddamn.
travelers will need to help Lamia track down some adopted animals. Travelers will be able to see the animal's point of view by using a special tool.
Oh, it's this
Once
again,
you've
never mind.
managed to deduce their location, you'll be able to track them down. Once the animals are safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them.
A lot of
I feel
reskin
like
events this
Auroran
time.
would really shine in this event. He's definitely an animal lover.
I can see that. I'm sure that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other nations.
Yeah.
finally, the Layline Overflow event will return in version 5.2.
Layline Overflow is always good.
If you need Mora or character EXP
Always good.
materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game optimizations.
Oh, here we
First
go.
up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater.
Yeah,
Previously,
we saw this.
travelers would be returned to the theater lobby after completing a challenge and have to reopen the Fantasia tome to continue.
Just nice quality
Travelers
of life.
provided feedback that this setup interrupted their experience. So, this will no longer be the case in version 5.2. Now, after finishing a battle, all you need to do is click Next Act if you want to keep fighting.
Nice. Travelers can now enjoy the
Thank you, Jack.
thrill of combat without any interruptions.
And for all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update.
Nice.
You can now check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting cast
Oh,
screen.
cool. That's actually cool.
It'll be nice to know that our supports are helping people out.
Yup. Oh, and the party configuration mechanic has
No,
also
I hate
been
my friends.
optimized.
Oh.
Besides the elemental filtering, the Imaginarium Theater will now feature recommended row icons, elemental statistics, and markers for the main types of enemies.
This is cool. Very
That
surprised they
is so
didn't do
helpful.
this just for...
I'll occasionally put together a
Goldflame
random
Cucusa
team if I've
Tyrant.
just started experimenting with some characters, but this information should make it a lot easier to form
Damn.
strategic teams.
These markers will display key information on how to counter enemies,
Your little
but in a
ball.
much more prominent position. Hopefully, this change will make it easier for travelers to form the best teams.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it'd be cool to
now
have that
we
in
can
every
directly
aspect of the
see
game.
which elements work best against specific enemies. That's definitely going to save some time.
For sure. And we can expect even more optimizations in the future as travelers continue to provide valuable feedback about their experiences. Okay, let's introduce the other system optimizations
Yeah,
coming
this
in
was
version
weird,
5.2.
dude, especially the star.
You can outsort 5-star artifacts in your inventory based on when you obtained them, from the most recent to the oldest.
Why put it up
Second,
here and not
the
just in the
animations for
filter?
crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture, and cooking dishes are now shorter in length.
That's really nice. The dev team designed a lot of intricate animations for these features, but it can feel a bit frustrating when you have to watch them over and over again.
True.
There will also be several optimizations for the Serena Teapot. The seed dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed. You'll be able to purchase wood at the Realm Depot in exchange for Realm currency.
Okay.
In addition, the cooldown for the boon of the Elder Tree will be reduced to 5 seconds.
Yeah,
this
that's
way,
cool.
it will be easier for travelers to collect wood.
Awesome. I've been meaning to use some cool replicas in my Serena Teapot, but I'm always short on wood. So this should be really helpful.
Nice! I'm so excited for you! Oh, and optimizations have been made to artifact locking.
He can't believe
The
his eyes.
updated lock assistance interface will allow you to configure lock settings with a single click.
This guy kind of sounds like
hit
Mujin.
use
Thoughts?
recommended settings and you're set. The recommended set lock plans will even update automatically based on popular in-game configurations. Of course, if you have your own ideas in mind, then you can always disable the recommended plans to configure custom ones instead.
The update also allows you to batch lock artifacts in your inventory based on the recommended general lock plan and set lock plans. This will make it much
It really
faster
does sound
to
like Muji.
organize your inventory. In addition, a shortcut button that navigates to the lock assistance interface will be added to the artifact domain challenge screen and the
Oh,
artifact
God.
acquisition screen. This should make it easier for travelers to configure their locking rules whenever they want. A star feature will also be added next to the lock button on each artifact. Travelers can use this feature to mark their favorite artifacts
It's
and
fine.
filter by stars.
The
to quickly
favorite is
track
cool.
them down.
Finally,
favorite is cool.
treasure compasses will now be able to locate even more treasure
This is probably the best
locations,
quality of life update
including
this whole
Sealies and
patch.
time trial challenges. A quick swap feature will also be added for treasure compasses and Oculus resonance stones. Enabling this feature will allow travelers
Bro, are
to
you a
more
fucking bot?
easily use these devices across regions. The feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds to your location in the game.
Awesome.
Be sure to check
Yeah,
out
it's
future
cool update,
announcements
cool
for more
update.
details on the version 5.2 optimizations.
Thanks, Mujin.
All right, that was a lot of info, so this seems like a good time for our second break.
There's
It's
more.
time for the third redemption code.
Wait. Did I miss it, or did they just totally skip over the elemental reaction damage bonus? Am I high? Did I just miss it? Was I talking about Mujin or banning that guy in chat? That's not a quality of life. It's not, but it is a system update. It is a system update, just like those were. We'll see. Yeah, maybe it'll be after this code then. Maybe would make sense, I guess. Oh goodness, dude. This seems like a pretty good update, dude. I didn't expect anything fantastic. I actually expected a bit less because I didn't think we'd get an All Conquest interlude. I thought we'd just get an event. So I'm pretty okay with it. I will say, don't expect voice acting. I will say at this point, do not expect voice acting. I don't think we're gonna get it. Actually, we did it in the trailer, right? So maybe.
Welcome back, travelers. What else do we have on the agenda, Gabe?
We have some very exciting news to share. After the version update on November 20th, travelers will be able to play Genshin Impact on the Xbox Series X and
Honestly,
S. Log into Genshin Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles to receive the Wind Glider Wings of Fate's Course Intertwined. Additionally, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud gaming. They'll also find extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right, that should be everything. That means that we've reached the end of the special program.
You didn't even talk about the
Is there anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes.
Hello?
I'm really looking forward to all the new characters. Chasa and her weapons seem really incredible. I'd love to see how her travel chronicle unfolds because she has such an amazing
We need the numbers, dude.
And Auroran seems like a very layered character. The storytelling is definitely going to shine. What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more of the Natlan storyline, and we have so much to explore this time. I mean, 2 new tribes and a new area as well. And one thing I've always loved about Genshin Impact is how it's multi-platform. Like, I'm always logging in on different devices depending on where I am.
Yeah,
so
like the Switch.
it's just exciting to see another platform become available for everyone.
Yeah.
And yeah, on that note, I hope you have fun with the new version, travelers.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Mujin. I actually can't believe they totally skipped out. Wow, they totally skipped out on that. That's insane to me. That's insane. I really didn't think... I don't think it's implemented in this yet. They could have at least spoken about it. They already spoke about it literally like 2 days ago or yesterday. That's crazy, dude. Good update overall, though. I think that's pretty good. I do think that's pretty good. I'd probably give it myself a 7 out of 10 for the live stream, maybe 8. It depends. It honestly depends if we're going to get voices, but that's not the VA's fault. It's just dependent on the studios.